Hello travelers and welcome to another Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Wi-Fi battle. Today we have a little cup match against Guts91 and this is probably the most epic fight until the end type of shit you have ever seen in Little Cup history. So anyways, we have our lead Mienfoo, Ponyard, Ponyta, Staryu, a little bit of an offensive set of Chinchou and Fungus. We are dealing with Eevee, Snivy, Abra, Staryu, Fletchling, and another Mienfoo. So without further ado, let's get this battle started. We are leading with our Mienfoo, and he's also leading with his own Mienfoo. So Mienfoo lead, mirror lead. We are faster. We are gonna go for that fake out. Actually, I don't know. It's probably a speed type, but I don't know. So we're gonna knock him off. And he seems to also have an Eviolite, and he's gonna knock off our Eviolites. We're knocking off all over the place. So afterwards he will win the speed tie. He goes for Drain Punch, which does a significant amount of damage after knocking off my Eviolites. But I went for another knockoff, expecting him to either U-turn or switch out, but he seems to be staying in. So okay, you're just gonna stay in, keep going for Drain Punches. I'm switching out, I'm U-turning out into Fungus, because Fungus takes Drain Punches for days, for absolute days, and that was a crit. The crit did nothing, and that was a crit. So something is gonna be put to sleep, but before that he's gonna decide to leave in his Mienfoo as a sleep fodder and knock off my Eviolite. And I'm like, sure, we're trading off sleep with Eviolites. That's totally fine, no worries. Anyways, he's gonna switch out, and I'm gonna predict him going into either Snivy or Fletchling that can take the grass type attack, and he ended up going into his Snivy. Super effective, that's gonna hurt, but he will survive even though he got poisoned, and he still has one more turn on him. So we're gonna send in our Mienfoo because I'm expecting him to go for some sort of hidden power or anything that isn't, you know, that can hit the Fungus with. So anyways, he ended up going for the hidden power, not stab. He's gonna drop down to the poison, and we still have our little fake out that we can go for. So there you have it. So there's the fake out into the incoming Staryu, and we don't want to risk our Mienfoo dying or getting burned or something, so we're gonna send in Chinchou, one of the Pokemon that I always loved using in Little Cup through the years. He goes for Scald, got a crit that still does nothing, but luckily no burn, so no residual damage. So we're gonna Volt Switch. It's super effective into the Staryu, and if he switches out, that means we're gonna get the upper hand. It's gonna hit the Mienfoo a lot since he lost his Eviolite, and since I'm more of an offensive variant. So we're gonna go back into our lead Mienfoo, and we're gonna knock off again, predicting the switch, wanting him to, maybe him wanting to keep his Mienfoo as a sleep fodder, but he stayed in. He was like, okay, just suck your Mienfoo, we're gonna take him down, and now something else will be taking the sleep, which is nice. So we're gonna finish him off with the Drain Punch. Out of the way, out of the way. And now in comes back the Staryu, and again we're gonna go back into Fungus. He goes for Scald, maybe hoping to get the burn in something, but luckily again it didn't burn us, and he's gonna stay in, go for another Scald. And I'm like, okay, let's put this guy to sleep, and we're gonna take another crit. I'm like, sure, whatever. And yeah, I'm like, sure, Staryu does have the natural cure. Maybe I should have went for another spore. Should have went for another spore, but I was like, no, I'd rather just get damage into the incoming Fletchling, burn whatever berry he has. He does have a berry juice. I'm like, okay, sure, I'd rather just burn that berry rather than just put him to sleep. Was that a good idea? Was that a good idea? I don't even know. I really don't know. So we're just gonna damage him, have him low in health. He's gonna get a Source Dance up and finish me off with the acrobatics, and I'm gonna send in Ponyta instead of Chinchou. Why, you might ask? Because for some odd reason I thought only Talonflame had access to Gale Wings, but apparently Fletchling also has Gale Wings. I completely forgot about that. I have not played Little Cup Gen 6 Little Cup in a while, so I completely forgot about that fact. So we're gonna finish him off with the Flare Blitz, so we're gonna survive with 1 HP. 1 HP survival, and I know Ponyta is gonna be crucial, especially against his Abra and against his Staryu. Alright, so we're gonna send in Mienfoo. The Eevee will go for the Fake Out. Quick Attack, sorry. And that's gonna do a lot of damage to our Eviolite-less Mienfoo. We're gonna try to Fake Out, but he does have the Protect to stop that, and he's gonna finish me off later with the return. Man, Eevee is gonna be a threat, so I was like, okay, Chinchou still has his Eviolites, even though I'm offensive. Since I still have my Eviolites, maybe I can take it. Nope, I can't. Eevee, what a monster, Eevee. What a monster. I was like, okay, it's time to send in Ponyard. Take that return. We can take those, and then we're gonna knock him off. And yeah, he took that well, so he does back the Self Scarp, so that's why his returns were doing so much damage. And then we're gonna smack him up with the Sucker Punch, and the Eevee is out of the way, out of the way, out of the way. And in comes now the Abra, Sucker Punch, super obvious. Luckily he didn't do anything weird. He's gonna take it with the obvious Focus Sash that he has, and the obvious Hidden Power Fighting. Every single Abra in Gen 6 or Gen 5 does have the Hidden Power Fighting, just for Ponyards, and yeah, he's gonna survive with 1 HP, and now in comes our Staryu, and we will survive, we will outspeed and finish him off with our Scald, and now we have our Staryu and our 1 HP Ponyta against his Staryu, his only Pokemon left, so 2 versus 1, while one of mine is at 1 HP. So I will go for Psychic. I don't have Thunderbolts, I have Psychic. Why do you have Psychic? Why don't you have Thunderbolts? Fungus. Fungus is annoying. You need something to hit it with. So he's gonna keep recovering, and I'm gonna go for Psychic. He needs to be at a reasonable amount of health so he can deal with my 1 HP Ponyta. And yeah, I got luckily a special defense drop, so that's good. And then I'm gonna keep going for Psychics, and this time after the special defense drop he's gonna decide to attack. And since he's at yellow HP, that means our Ponyta will be able to outspeed and will be able to finish him off with the super effective Wild Charge. And yeah, the Staryu will go down, it's gonna be the game, but we are also gonna drop down to the recoil, so technically we got the win, but I'd like to think of it as a draw, because it's fun. So, draw! That was an incredible game, Guts. Hope you guys enjoyed, stay tuned for more. And yeah, make sure you are careful because Pokemon's DNA got dropped and everybody is dropping spoilers left and right, and people want to be, hey, I want to be the first guy to upload this music on YouTube because I want views and money, and I don't care if I spoil you or not, and I hate you with a passion, and I hope your channel gets deleted because you are a miserable human being. Anyways, guys, be careful, disconnect from YouTube, okay? That way you get to avoid video recommendations. I got screwed up big time during Pokemon Sun and Moon, and I don't want that to happen to any real Pokemon fan. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, stay tuned for more, and allons-y!